I would definitely have to say that one thing that I really do love about the Star Wars franchise has got to be the concept of family. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams introduced the whole entire idea of both Han Solo and Ben Solo being father and son. Now, that aspect of family was heavily explored in The Force Awakens. Then, in The Last Jedi, it was more so focused on Rey and her parents, and we learned that they were nobodies and that she is indeed a nobody. Now, that's one aspect that a lot of people disagreed with. Some people actually like the idea, which is perfectly fine and okay and all. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which specifically has all to do with Kylo Ren, Padme Amidala, and General Leia. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren inside of his throne room holding what appears to be Padme's necklace that Anakin made for her as a child. As Kylo Ren is holding it, he begins to see a vision of both Anakin and Padme on the landing pad of Mustafar. The dialogue of Padme saying "I love you" is audible to Kylo Ren in the description. Kylo witnesses the moment Anakin chokes Padme as she falls to the ground. The next goes over Kylo witnessing Padme's death, the last moment of her life, with dialogue audible to Kylo described as whispers. The last goes over a sequence showing a shot of Leia's hand holding Padme's necklace, indicating that Leia must have been to Naboo before the events of The Force Awakens and somehow recovered it. Now, as you all know, Battlefront 2 is a canon piece of the Star Wars franchise as a whole. And in the campaign, I believe it is, in Battlefront 2, we do witness Leia on, of course, the planet of Naboo. And this must definitely connect to what's being described here for Episode 9. Now, exactly how did Kylo Ren get his hands on the necklace that once belonged to Padme Amidala? Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that he got it from his mother, General Leia. If Leia got it from Padme somehow, then that was then passed down to Ben Solo somehow, some way. And it's also kind of like the idea of what J.J. Abrams introduced with Rey in The Force Awakens, where she touches the Skywalker lightsaber and actually gets sucked into a Force-back vision. The same thing seems to be happening here, in which Kylo Ren is actually holding Padme's necklace, and he too is sucked into a Force-back vision, where he is actually seeing moments of the past between his grandfather and his grandmother, and even his mother holding that very necklace. So with that being said, how would they be able to perform this? I think that this is all going to be used by use of old footage from Revenge of the Sith. What other way could they really do this, right? Now, we do know that JJ and Chris, they're really trying their very hardest on making this movie connect to not only the prequels, but also the originals. And by inserting Padme Amidala into the final Skywalker saga film, I don't know about you guys, but it just seems fitting to me. Not just for Kylo as a character, but just for the audience watching this. The fact that this is also the last film of the trilogy as Revenge of the Sith was. It is just fitting and poetic for Padme and Anakin to be a part of Kylo Ren's vision. Now, Kylo Ren seeing the vision of Anakin, his grandfather, choking his grandmother Padme, would this serve as a lesson that he is actually going down the dark side too far? Or is this just something that Kylo Ren is witnessing, or something that he's actually trying to learn more about when it comes to his grandmother, Padme Amidala? Now, as far as General Leia goes, that's where the interesting parts come into play here, is that this can easily be filmed. A hand of Leia holding Padme's necklace, right? They could do that with any actor or actress, whatever they want to do, right? So, with that being said, you know, Kylo Ren, we do know that JJ and Chris, they're taking the character down a darker path. They will be evolving the character significantly. And with the character of Padme Amidala being inserted into Episode 9, which we lightly heard about this, I would say about a week ago or so, and, you know, you can see how ambitious JJ really is, you know, the fact that they're really trying to toy around with all of these different ideas, and hopefully this does make it to the finalized version of the movie, just like, you know, how the original Luke Skywalker scene was supposed to come into play for The Force Awakens, but that was ultimately scrapped. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but Rey was actually originally supposed to see a vision of both Luke and Vader fighting. So in this scenario, it's similar in a sense where Kylo would actually see Anakin Skywalker choking Padme. Now, would that be too much for, a Disney film under the Disney era of Star Wars movies? I don't think so. I think it's a great callback. I think it's something that really does connect all of the Solo and Skywalker family members together in Episode 9. Now, my belief is that the 8 new characters, they're going to either have short scenes or die quickly, and either sacrificing themselves during major battle sequences, leaving open, a lot of screen time for Rey, Kylo, and a lot of the cameos to come in Episode 9. And honestly, I couldn't be more excited. I'm just fascinated to see exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to perform all of this together into one big movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.